Link tonight, we speak to the man in the background. He is the Chief Executive Director of the Uganda National Bureau of Standards. He recently presented at the Uganda Media Center the performance of the Uganda National Bureau of Standards, a very stellar performance, in fact indicating that they have performed to 80%, most of the things that they were supposed to do. And we want to applaud them for the work well done in keeping the country safe in as far as standards are concerned. But Dr. Ben Manyido, you are very welcome. My name is Malcolm Sime, and you're welcome to the link.
Thank you very much, Malcolm, and thanks for inviting me to the link.
Yes, very stellar performance in relation to what you presented the other day at the media center. And you spoke about very many things. You said some companies have not yet been, well taken up standards. Certification is a problem for them, etc. But then again, you have done some things really very well. And we're quite surprised, given that COVID was really at the center of your operations. First, take us through the state of affairs at the standards body right now.
Well, the standards body is doing well. We managed to go through COVID. COVID, of course, presented some challenges, but there were also opportunities. And when it comes to standards, issues of standard cuts across, whether you are in a big problem or you are also celebrating some of the achievements you have. So being a standards body, we took advantage and opportunities during COVID to up our game. And indeed, there were many lessons learned there, as I've been discussing with the media and the general public, of the work that we did during COVID, and we still continue to do. And we are leveraging right now on the lessons that we got from there to be able to improve on our service delivery.
That's fantastic. So, amidst the challenge, the COVID challenge, how is the UNBS helping SMEs to make their standards adoption easier?
One of the opportunities that COVID has brought about is to enable local manufacturers to be more innovative and bring their products onto the market, because during COVID, there have been a very low importation of products, and therefore innovative measures were taken by local industries to bring those products on the market. But certainly what we wanted to bring on the market was products that are certified. So more of the requests for certification have come on board since that time, and we believe in the Bureau that it is actually a good step towards industrialization of this country, and UNBS is ready and positioned to help those micro, small, and medium enterprises to get certification so that they can have their goods on the market and preferably also export to the region.
You are the very first safety net. I must say, you're on the quarter guard. If it is the army, you're the safety net for the country. People buy products in supermarkets. People buy products in shops, and they go and consume, and they are living. But they may not actually know that these standards are being applied, or maybe they are consuming safe products, or some of them are not safe. What happens if we do not have standards applied on some of the products that we are using in daily life, including toothpaste, including creams that you talked about, cosmetics, which are increasingly getting dangerous? What happens when we are living in that kind of situation?
That type of scenario would definitely be a disaster for this country, because many of us would not even be surviving. Or if we did, then would probably be in hospital spending a lot of money, paying hospital bills. And the worst part would be that most of us probably wouldn't be living at all, would be 6 foot down the ground. So without standards, it would be a real big challenge, especially on the products that we consume as consumers.
Yes.
So the regulator, like UNBS, tries its best to ensure that there are minimum requirements for us to be able to meet, to put products on the market that are safe.
Why then is it that people are not taking up, listening to the message well enough. We know that there are those who have, made sure that are making sure that their products are certified. We know that there are those that are sleeping on the job, that are continue to produce bread, for instance, continue to make things here and there, processing milk, processing this and that, but they do not care coming to you to make sure that they get certification, to make sure that they get the standards mark. Where is the danger, and why is the Optic law in this case?
I think there are a number of challenges there. There is one group, of course, that would just put things on the market and wouldn't care what we buy and consume. There is that group that is money hungry and would want to have their products sold. But there are also very many of our Ugandans who are trying to ensure that they put something good on the market, but they are constrained. And those are the ones actually that we need now to identify and help as Uganda National Bureau of Standards. They have challenges, first of all, in meeting the cost of certification. Most of our micro, small and medium enterprises are crying out for reduction of certification costs. Two, also the information, the consumer education and awareness is still low. And we need to up our game as UNBS to ensure that we empower the consumer to demand the quality products. And lastly, of course, there is the issue of standards being technical documents. They become a little bit too technical for the micro, small, and medium enterprises to be able to absorb and internalize. And therefore, the need for UNBS to come in and simplify these documents and probably put them in local languages for them to adopt. Okay. We think that if we do the simplification of the standards and we help these micro, small, and medium enterprises to appreciate more of the standards and the benefits that are derived from the standards. And then we have partners to support government in trying to put in some money to ensure that the environment in which these micro, small, and medium enterprises operate meet our requirements. I think we'll be able to industrialize this country.
That's fantastic. And when you talk about education and sensitization and awareness, it reminds me of what you mentioned the other day. You said that all the the budget, all the money was not released to the Uganda National Bureau of Standards. How does that then affect your work? And what are the solutions available right now? Have you protested that?
It is quite challenging because if you look at some of the budget cuts that have been made by across government, they actually affect us very seriously, because if you don't have money for advertisement, if you don't have money for workshops, and yet you're supposed to engage with your stakeholders, it becomes a little bit of a challenge. So we are trying to see how best now we can engage with the little funds we are leveraging on the new normal, but then on the other side, people don't have even the computers. So it's a little bit of a challenge right now. But we believe as we continue engaging with government, this will be clarified and shall be allowed to continue with engaging with our stakeholders, especially the micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ben Manyido, the Chief Executive Director, Uganda National Bureau of Standards, and for being the most important government agency. And people trust that you can actually keep them safe. Thank you very much for coming to talk to us on The Link.
Thank you, NTV.
Dr. Ben Manyido on The Link, thank you very much for your time.